Hello everyone, it's Kat and I'm back today with a bit of a swatch demo wear test for a new product by Merit. Now Merit have had cream eyeshadows for a little while, but they've been a matte finish or sort of like a cream no shine finish. So I've got one in the shade Studio, which I've used quite a lot, as you can see. I like using this as just like a matte all over the lid color, one and done, or I like using it as a base, but they have released shimmer versions. Now there's 6 shades available. I'll have them on the screen. I've got 3 of them. So in PR I received 3 and I got to choose if I wanted a lighter box or a sort of deeper box. I went for the lighter one. I'm going to eye swatch them for you so you can see how they apply and how they look on the eye. Now the description on the website is that this is a buildable cream eyeshadow for a sheer wash of color. Now comes in 2 finishes, so you've got the mattes and the sheens. As I'm grabbing screenshots for the edit, I've noticed that the website actually does have a lot more information than what I read out. One thing of note, so you can read it yourself, but one thing of note is that it says it wears comfortably for 12 hours with 0 creasing, flaking or fallout. We shall see. I want to mention the difference in the packaging first because I like the packaging of these. These are really, really sleek little tubs. The Sheen version has a silver lid, the matte version has a gold lid, and then the matte version also has this sort of dark plastic container, whereas the Sheen version has a clear container. So they do match, but they also look different. So it's going to be easier to identify these. I actually like the clear because you can see the shade a bit better through it, whereas this you have to sort of read the shade. So the shades that I have, there's GLACÉ, which is a soft rose, Iris, which is a soft plum, and Sartorial, which is a bronze. So I'll have arm swatches on the screen, but let's zoom in for some eye swatches. I was also sent this double-ended brush. I really love Merit brushes, just gonna say, I think they're very nice quality. So I'm gonna be using this today. And in between colors, I'm gonna be wiping it off on my color switch. Okay, I love these products because they are just a nice sort of one and done wash of shadow. So if you just want something on your eyes, but nothing crazy, you don't want to spend too much time, these are really, really nice. And I do love a sheen. The mattes are really beautiful. I've only got 1 shade, but they do perform really nicely. But this is, I like where this is going. So I'm going to build this up slightly. This is probably like my skin, but better. There's a bit of rosiness to it, but it applies really smoothly. It's not too wet, so you can sort of buff it in on the sides, which is nice, and it just gives you a bit of light to the eye. If you wanted to, you can also tap it on with your finger and just blend it out, so it's a very easy product. Quick, take it off before it sets. Okay, I've tried to take as much of that off as I can. There's a tiny bit left, but that's all right. I'm going in with Iris, which is that plum color. Oh, this is really nice. What I love about this is that it's like a purple, so it is sort of like a cooler toned nude alternative. It's like a smokier look, but there is a bit of warmth to it as well, so it's not frosty. These are really smooth to apply, very easy, easy to blend. They don't go on streaky. These can be sheared out a lot more, so if you buff them on your eye, but I don't think they can build much beyond what I've got here. So they're not going to be like a full opacity eyeshadow. These do set. I had to go remove that with cleansing balm. Now we're going in with the bronze shade. Oh, this is a really beautiful tone. Oh, it's a really nice brown. Sometimes like you get a dark brown and it's just, I don't know, there's something about the tone. This is a beautiful, this is probably a color I'd use smudged out on the lash line, but it is a very pretty dark bronze. So that's the 3 shades. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish off the look by using a combination of the 3. I'm going to leave this on like this. I'm going to put a little bit on my lower lash line as well, just to finish off my look. I've been avoiding that because I didn't want to have to remove it. Going in with the small end of the brush just to add some definition on the lower lash line. I like the color of this, but I do find that this look just by itself washes me out. So I'm going to go in with some of the other colors and play around. This pinky shade layered over the top does go quite cool toned. And for some good measure, let's put some iris in there, some of that purple. It's all getting sort of muddied together, but that's all right. So I've just gone off and done some liner. I put some brown liner in my waterline and some liquid liner. So you can see how it's sort of finished. Generally, I wouldn't wear these like this. I have probably oily to normal eyelids and cream products can crease on me. So normally if I'm building up makeup like this, I would set it with a powder, but I haven't done that today for the sake of review. But normally I would wear these sort of just as a wash of color and a one and done, just like for a work day or something. But we're going to check back in and see how these wear. They're very pretty and they just applied really nicely. And I do really like the effect overall. I think it's a really easy to wear eyeshadow. So I'll check back in throughout the day. 10 hours. Let's just pause there and zoom in. Now, this is the 10-hour mark. I couldn't chat through this too much because I was actually in the bathroom at a work event, but you can definitely see at the 10-hour mark, there is creasing starting to happen. And in the outer portion where my eyelid is getting oily, it's starting to wear off. So the claims of no creasing, no fallout or no flaking for 12 hours, well, there was no fallout or flaking, but it definitely started creasing before the 12-hour mark. All right, this eyeshadow has been on for 14 hours and it is past, it's creasing. It's not happy. So is it budge proof and all that kind of stuff? Not really, but I think pretty much any cream eyeshadow at 14 hours is going to do something on semi-oily eyelids that are sort of hooded, but it still looks fine. Like when I'm talking, it's not that big a deal. But yeah, if you've got really oily eyelids, and you can sort of just wipe it off as well, to be fair, I would be setting the crease with this if you want a long day. But I think this is more just throw on, quick wash of color. I think 14 hours is a bit of a push. That's all I'm saying. Okay, it's the next day and I am wearing one of these in a more sort of like subtle way. So that's how I'd normally wear these. Yesterday, I was all about sort of testing the performance and today is just like, this is how I would throw it on normally. I'm wearing the GLACÉ shade, so the light one. It just looks like a nice sort of twinkle on the eye, something that just adds a bit of brightness, nothing crazy. I've got no base underneath. I haven't set it. It does feel a little bit grippy, but it does also feel like it's set and it's not going to move around. I've also just taken the bronze shade on angle brush and used it as a liner, so you can see that, you know, you can sort of use them however you want. I think they're very pretty. I think they apply really easily, so you can do your finger, you can do brush, whatever you need to do. I don't think they last like 12, 14, 16 hours without creasing. I think that's sort of unrealistic for the product. I actually was surprised that these didn't crease a lot more earlier because on me, cream eyeshadows that aren't set with a powder, they will crease generally about 8 hours in. So I think that I think they performed fairly well. And there are techniques you can do to increase the longevity. So if you set the crease with the powder, even if you put down a sticky primer if you've got really oily lids. So there's things you can do, but I like these for just like a throw on, easy to apply, just eye enhancing cream eyeshadow. I think they work really nicely. I also really like the matte ones as well. I think the benefit of these for me and why I'm going to keep reaching for them is simply the quick and easy throw on one eyeshadow type effect. I think that's why I'm probably going to wear this shade the most because it is closest to my skin tone and it's easy to like put on with my fingers or a quick brush and I don't have to worry too much about blending. I think once you get into the darker shades, that's when you sort of have to be a little bit more precise. You have to worry about how it wears and longevity. So I think the strength of these is that sort of quick, just one and done, simple makeup vibe. One thing I do want to flag, and this is from having the matte version since the start of the year, is that they will start getting dry. So my matte one, I've had to sort of rehydrate it a couple of times with Duraline. So just be aware of that. I wouldn't go out and buy a whole range of these thinking, oh, I'll wear them occasionally, because you might find that by the time you get around to using them up, they're going to get quite dry. So my recommendation would be to pick the one that you think would be your perfect one and done, easy to throw on eyeshadow, and just have that as a sort of, okay, I can't be bothered doing a full eye makeup today, but I want something on my eyes. So if you like Merit and you like a cream one and done easy eyeshadow and you love a bit of shimmer, like good. So thank you to Merit for sending these out for me to try. It's been fun. And a big thank you to my members for supporting this channel. Let me know what you all think of cream eyeshadows in general. Do you prefer powder? Do you use cream? Do you love a one and done? Do you just like to go like this in the morning and be done with it? Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll chat to you in the comment section. Bye.